flashes and etc.
Okay.
And I think that's starting on the attacking side for FUT here.
FPX on
really
defense,
good for them,
FUT
because we
on
saw
attack.
what FPX can do when they set the pace.
Yeah. The last time we saw Lotus was just a couple hours ago and entirely subverted expectations, so we'll see if this is the same. But deciding to be pacey here.
A fast B hit.
Yeah, and they're committing to it too. The paranoia. CNET is dashed through. The suck not going to connect onto anything. A little bit of space found, but can a kill be acquired?
Pistol gods looking at.
Dancing around.
The hell is that nade?
Yeah, he's dancing on all this utility. Now understanding that they've lost way more space than they had realized.
Pistol gods looking alright still.
FUT finding a couple of kills
Yeah.
as Atacaptain gets
Look at him
3
go,
on the
man.
round.
Look at him go.
Blaster's left alone, rotating
3
from
out of. Do we call it?
Just
Yeah, we'll
all
call
out.
it. Three out of 3
Four.
pistols.
On the C site. And FUT just in this post-plant positioning. This should be a wrap here. Oh,
No sentinel for
As soon as you
FPX.
try to take that
Dude, they
fight,
just
you get
have
tapped. That's great.
unlimited one-ways
that's his
though.
4th of the round too, so he's already building up halfway to that Viper ult.
They're planning another
And
diss
and
track.
He had questions, you know.
Okay,
Is Viper
good.
gonna be played?
Yeah.
You know,
Good,
what's
man.
gonna happen? But teams are making it work. And Atacaptain getting 4 onto this round is a great way to set himself up and his team up for success later in these rounds. I mean, he has a potential here to farm orbs, get kills, and even get the
3-0
Viper
for
spit for that bonus.
pistols
And that would be
and
great
4
for the
eco
side of FUT.
for
That's how
FPX. They
snowball
buy a
starts.
little bit of util. Say a little
You're
bit, literally a little bit.
absolutely right.
time a
And
4-1
FUT are allowed 1
Towards that
death.
A side of the map. For the side of FUT. No breach utility used though. I think just maybe 1 flash. So fault line is still up, and FPX are all going to be here for the hit.
I mean, every single one of them.
Right now, if you're FUT, you need to let Yedege get the info on the C side of the map and not get caught out by any traps that FPX have.
The way FUT normally like to play Lotus is they'll run a 4-1 a lot where Yetuje is like the lurker who, if there's any contact found or a kill found, they pivot away. So it's a different comp, but the approach is the same.
Oh.
They're going to try to commit to this, though. Krax is going to be the
So
first
this
to
is
fall,
still a
not
free
liking
site,
what
but
they're
there's now a
seeing.
gun down.
Break the door,
So
they go
smoke
B.
to block vision to get the gun. Spam doesn't get
Fall and
anything,
trying
but
to
they've
spam
managed to pick
through.
up the gun. We've got to
Get a
look
free
at
kill
some
in
of
the
the
smoke.
HPs, and you would imagine
gonna
they don't
find
win
it.
this round,
As
but
it looks like they're still
they
exploring.
throw the gun onto the highest
Yetuje
HP. Yeah.
rotating back A.
Wow.
And they're
Around the world,
fast at clearing this.
30 seconds left.
should be a
And they
free
isolate
site
one.
This
here.
is such an awkward
Cena,
round.
don't take this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
CNET heating up though. 3 to his name,
Okay,
all headshots.
you take all the jaws.
All of that rotation, all of that noise made. All for CNET to just farm the round.
Beating
One enemy
confidence.
Okay, well, I mean,
Into
shout
the
out to
player who
CNET.
honestly has been
Hey, I'm not
phenomenal
sure he should have done it,
all
but
year
he
long.
actually just
I mean,
melted
he's
all
looked
of them.
great. In such a good form lately. And yeah, that last map he struggled, but we've seen how impactful he can be on the Jet, especially
DMF234,
on
thank you
this
so much
map.
for the whole
And
year,
there's
bro.
not a
Appreciate
lot
the
of
prime.
players
Thank you
that
for
play
doing that,
Jet
dude.
on Lotus to this day. But he makes it work within this team.
And you can see why with moments like that.
And he's the guy that you want to be heating up for you
Yeah.
from the side of FUT.
He's the guy you need to be heating up for you, really.
Okay, first big buy rounds, but you got to look at FUT, and you would imagine this is a buy round as well.
Across every
So
single
it
member
is
on the side of
basically a
FPX.
5v buy, no bonus on this.
FUT hungry for a bonus. If they can pull this off and get momentum going their way, that would be
Whoa.
big. Meanwhile, FPX choosing to take the fight to them.
And that's
Good
a
job
heavy
from FUT
shutdown
to
over
stay
towards here.
ahead of
Instant
that
reaction
utility, though,
to
not getting
B,
punished. As I say that, Autumn
and Auden
takes
won the most
head
important
off
duel,
of
but the
Atacaptain.
Hey, it was just so aggressive.
Cage
on
to
trying take
allow
that
them
space,
this
and he gets
path
punished for it.
all the way through. Cage
FUT love
into
tapping the
smoke,
bomb B and then
and
and
now we
then
got a
pushing
really
into spawn.
weird round, and
towards that
Berlin
C
is in
side
an
as well.
absolute rough position.
They're about to have a pinch on the Berlin.
Gotta
here.
get
What
one.
can Berlin
That's
do
all he's
in
got to
this
do,
moment?
get one.
Once this Viper orb goes down, he's going to have to go for broke.
They're on the other side. Yep.
Oh, doesn't
There
get
goes.
one. This is pretty
Orb
on.
goes
This
down,
guy
and with
over
it goes
towards
Berlin's
spawn.
health.
Utej is getting in mad
And
positions.
Yetuje is in such
They
a
get a
deep
plant
lurk
over
spot
towards.
Yeah.
that by the
Mound
time
as
it
well.
actually unfolds,
And keep an eye on the Omen smoke.
For
It's the vision
FPX.
block.
he's just going to get immense value.
But you can see it. Both members of FPX, as soon as they try clearing through here, they're looking back into spawn. They had an idea of where Yetuje was.
Ah,
But he's
man,
still able to
Yetuje's
capitalize on it.
done just incredible things.
Oh, that TV will be heard from CNET.
Yeah, and this is looking
Yeah,
great
Lysor
for FUT.
tried being cheeky with it.
This should just be a save here, Doug.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way for them to get in on this.
Yeah, and Yesterday looks like he's going to have a fun time with the amount of times he's timings he's taken.
FUT now have their foot on the gas.
We talked about how big bonuses are.
It's huge.
This is so huge for FUT.
And without any ults being used, this allows for the next gun round like a snowball to happen, right? Because
yeah, I mean, FUT, 3 people surviving, 1 armor rebuy.
I had a captain coming up on Viper's Pit. Yetajay is already going to have his ult probably by the next round after he farms some lurk kills into this eco round. So when that next gun round comes along, it's going to be hard for FPX. That being said, they do have a Thrash coming online for themselves soon, which will be good. And this will be another force buy, actually, from the side of FPX.
No.
Lysol with no armor.
No armor? No armor force buy?
And it's a heavy crunch from C. I mean, this feels like we're watching Sunset all over again.
Yeah, but now this smoke works against them.
Pushing in forward.
Do they take map control, insta reaction, push over towards the free site, over towards A? Looks nice and easy for FUT.
Berlin is going to be
now
the
you got to
only
retake
one
and they
here.
use all their util to push over towards
he just has to hold,
C.
wait for his team to come retake.
He got tagged too, down to 86 HP, no armor.
Oh, he might get cleared here, Doug.
Oh, I like that.
He's playing a timing. He may be able to punish. Berlin gets 2.
What shots?
So well played. And now realizing reinforcements are around the corner. Can play a bit more patiently. Life with a clean shot. This is where you see the force was well invested. As Ada Captain stands alone against 5,
yeah,
now
I mean,
4.
he can't win this because of the spike,
Life
right?
has gotten the defuse to half. You
Okay,
triple,
nicely done.
quadruple face.
Dude,
That's
Berlin
a
just did
terrifying set to
incredible.
swing
Took the
into.
timing of
What a round from Berlin.
what is it called? Aftershock.
And FPX as a
And
unit.
then,
I mean, they just have these individuals
great
that
shots.
can steal rounds away from you. Berlin has no business getting 2 players there.
he gets an extra as well on
I
site.
mean, he was on an island the entire round.
Yeah, he
And
wins
got tagged
this.
at the beginning.
I will say, though, FUT are approaching the beginning of these rounds really well. They're understanding that FPX likes to have trap plays, and they're reacting.
Yeah, and they took a little bit of a risk in terms of the
unlike
buy, but it
the
really
last
heavy
map.
paid off with 4 surviving.
And that's why you're seeing them
Money's
sitting
low
at
for these
3-1.
two, but we got knives
they may
next
have lost
round,
the last
so.
round,
But even if they
it was
do
off of
lose, it's
heroics for
probably
FPX.
force.
Viper wall going up A. Plenty of noise made.
Dude, they use
They're
that
gonna draw
Omen
the paranoia
flash
from Lysol
so
too.
freely to clear
It's just the
backspace.
standard approach from the
And they
side
got
of FUT.
no
Pressure A, okay,
sentinel,
we're
by
gonna
the
go
way.
C, and we're gonna
No
commit on the
info
first layer.
sentinel.
Well,
Why not?
So
also
Yetajay
inserting
being
Yetajay.
behind them
They hear him. They hear him.
is,
Oh, they've
my
spotted
God.
him.
is going to be like,
Now
what is
Yetajay
going on?
gets
And he gets
punished.
nothing. They do get the sight
Through
for it.
all
We
of
got
that, though,
Fish
they
ult,
get
we got
enough space
Astra
to
ult.
commit
If
this
Life
fight to
gets a
C,
kill,
and
he
they
gets
get to
his
hit
ult
down.
as well. Viper ult goes in, but you would imagine the Fish is
DC
going to
Cracks had his fault line, instantly
be
used it
used
to
for
cut off
this.
any sort of attempt at a flood.
What do they do? This? For
Still 2 flashes to
do
his
you
name.
do this? For your...
This Viper's Pit is insane.
Yeah, but they have the
For your
perfect
ult?
counter to this ult,
Astra?
and it's Ion's ult. Thrash going forward, looking to find the selective target, and it's found. Ada Captain will fall. The pit will go with it.
Dude, Lysol played
They still have
so
shots,
late
it's
here.
CNED. 1v2, Blades online, it might not matter! CNED
What a shot from
steals the
CNED.
round.
Big
The Red
rounds.
Bull clutch for
Yeah,
FUT.
what a time to
does
do
it
it as well. That is an
again.
absolute
The
shot
Jet
from
on
him.
Lotus doesn't even need the knives.
Admin's
and
got to
he's
help him with the
8-2.
chair. He's rolling away.
He's online.
Yeah, he's talking about his chair flying
That
away.
last raise map, a distant memory. He's hitting all the heads now. At the end of
Whoa.
one tap dash. And he gets up. Oh. That will probably cause FPX to call a timeout, as they should.
Yeah, they
They
still
need
have
to
money
ice
though.
that man right now,
They
Doug,
do still have money.
because he's popping off.
Jaws, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 21 months. Thank you for the tier 1. We have SB as well with the 4 months. Thank you with the
All
prime.
3 rounds.
And Olake,
those are rounds that-
I think, with the 3
I mean, a
months.
couple
Thank you
of
for the
them
tier 1,
easily
bro.
could have gone the other way. That one being one of them. That last one we just saw was a perfect
Damn, there's some
example.
hands. There's some hands getting
So
thrown.
scrappy. just as you think, you know, it's almost impossible for the retake to come through.
OV Clasher with the
Lysor
Prime. Thank you for the
on
15
flank
months,
gets
bro.
that kill last second. I don't even know how he got that. Like through the box, headshot. It
Makes
was
something ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah.
makes it come down to what, a 2v1?
Oh, it was an outrageous
all
kill.
that?
And then seeing it happened.
Absolutely outrageous
And I
kill.
wonder now if FPX is
So it's a
realizing
good
that
time for a
everywhere
timeout,
that they're
and they've been
showing with a massive amount of
clearing,
players
using
on
their
a reclear,
omen flash a lot. And I think this main
footage is
timeout is
going
going to be
the
the fact
opposite
that
way instantly.
UTJ is just trying to
And I
take
wonder if they're
timings
gonna
everywhere.
adapt to
So
that
maybe
and
he,
adjust and maybe fake
either he's going to
pressure
be more
this A
relaxed now
utility
because of this
and then
timeout,
already be
or
cheating towards that C side of the
potentially
map.
it's going to have people watching
I was about to
the
say, as
choke
far as
points all the
adaptations and
time.
adjustments go, there's one. The Odin spam. Uh-oh. CNET's in trouble.
CNET's.
Oh,
Whoa.
they don't know.
Whoa.
Oh, they don't know. They don't know.
Oh my god,
Oh,
CNET's all
gets
over
away
them.
with murder. It looked like he was a dead man walking.
Yeah, but it looked like the comms were off,
But he's
right?
far from done.
Because it felt like
Pushing
the,
pace and looking for more.
it looked like the Gecko knew.
What a disastrous round.
I cannot believe
It
that
looked like
just
the
happened.
comms were really off.
I'm at a loss for words.
A flawless round
Did
for
he
FUT
hit
as
this?
they get to 5.
Did he just hit that shot with a jump bug? What was that?
And you see it though. You see how FUT are going to be able to punish
Yeah, and they
the
take him down
set
to an
plays
eco.
that FPX are able to run here. And yeah, this is not going to happen every single time, right?
Well, and
Because he was kind of looking for him. 'Cause
Yeah,
look,
and the problem was, I mean, I think it was
yeah,
because he was
I think
behind
he
the
kind of
Viper wall,
knew
so there's no way to
with
see
the way
where
that
Dizzy had gooped.
Dizzy
Exactly. But CNET took that
flashed
space
that.
so aggressively because he understands
DLV,
the,
hello mate,
the
how we doing as well?
timings and
I'm
the
Flora
internal
Bunda.
clock
Thank you so much with
of
the whole
FPX and
the
how
whole
they
year.
like to use their utility.
Appreciate the support, you too.
utility.
Well, and then there was also the spam from the Odin that allowed safe
FUT are
passage
kinda
and
running
provided
away with this one. They got an
suppressive
eco
fire for
as
him to
well.
take that line.
To farm up more.
Ridiculous, and so
And
FPX off of that.
what
are
is,
back to
chat, what's
scraps for a
CNED's
bye. A
score
Marshall
at
in the
the
hands of
moment?
Berlin, but that's it.
Life. Much like the previous map, he solo pushes up mid, but this time, FUT aren't falling for those antics,
Oh man,
and he gets punished.
that was incredible.
If you're FUT here, you want to get through this round as cleanly as you can. Try not to take any damage, which so far they've been successful in doing, and preserve all of their ults. But as we've seen this tournament, I know the days are early, but this seems to be when silliness happens. I don't think it's going to be the case this time around, though. Yeah, they've lost out a captain, but the rest of them are still healthy. They still have 3 ults to work with.
Yeah, FUT have looked so good on this map so far, Doug.
Oh yeah, they look convincing. I mean,
Manipulating
CNED's made it look a lot easier than
rotations, they've been
it
beating
maybe
timings.
should have been,
They're
but
winning gunfights now, unlike the last map.
It's an important part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Autumn will fall to the hands of Mr. Fallen. FUT get up to 6. But honestly, too, Dre, this is what you would expect from Lotus, from the attack side. You're able to kind of feel things out a little bit more, play a little bit of mind games, throw some eye candy, and that hasn't necessarily been the way FUT have wanted to
okay,
approach
another
this. But
another
it is
buy
working
round,
out in their favor.
Yeah, you're
another buy
100%
round,
right.
and
But we do have an operator
the
online
chance for a
for the
7-1.
likes of Life.
Life
Will
gets
this
the
be
op
the
out.
answer?
And
Can
this
he
this
bring
is
them
good.
back
Like the op against
from
this
the
comp
grave?
should work really well. It's hard
Because
for
this
the
is
breach to actually push them
getting
off
out of
the
hand.
angle, and they want to try and
Oh,
hold
Mr.
some map
Fallen's laying the
control and
spam. And he gets a tag.
to be able to have an
Cena
op.
is
Oh
really
my
playing
god, he's
this like
just
a
eating
monster.
strays. Berlin gets a straight up a spam
Yeah,
over
I'm not really
towards
sure
C.
how
This
Berlin
is
got
nice
that
from
kill.
FPX. They're going to be able to set this op up, and they
That's a
can leave, and they
crazy
can
shot.
heavier
I think it was
rotate.
just spammed him through that default
C is
orb
still
there.
weak for a little bit until they set one person up.
But they're rotating back towards C. FPX are cracked, still with his ult. Wow. I thought they were going to invest it into this hit, but no. Hanging onto it for now. Autumn getting tagged up, and he's isolated.
What a
Really
lunatic.
nobody there to help him, but it might not matter. As Autumn's glad to do it on his own.
What a lunatic.
The spike is crossed, but I don't think they're aware. And they're so concerned for Yetu on the flank that Life is still holding mid.
Oh,
My gosh, what a
oh,
shot!
Still
What?
3
bro,
to be
he's actually
found.
kind of.
Yetu healthy. A 1-3, that high low is brutal. As Ion drops them, and as FPX get their second.
Autumn anchoring that C site, getting 2 on the cross there. It was so clean. And this was that spam from the beginning of the round. Just the timing.
Oh, wow.
Poor Ada Captain. Head gets taken clean off.
Those are the worst.
And there's something that's just so funny about seeing Mr. Fallen in that scenario with an Odin.
Yeah,
being
just
the one that pushes
Odin
through
the wall,
That's
through the
not
molly.
you see every day.
No.
Lunacy.
Another op online.
Dude, there's so many
For
ults.
CNED.
There are so many ults right now.
I don't think we're going to get a straight up op duel because there are so many members here from both teams.
There.
Light Source the first to fall, and Life gets a
Oh.
shot onto CNED.
The movement was not there. A lovely trade,
Good kill,
but
and
I mean,
that
it's just
causes
one
Yedizhe
of the smokers
bring it
from
back with the team,
FPX.
and
They
they
got 2
regroup
more
as
as
a
a
unit.
backup. That is, they are mental. I can't believe he's hit the shot.
He
What are they
pushed through the
doing?
smoke.
They
As I
pushed
get
the
into the room two,
smoke.
now the spike's sitting on the ground. They invest
Yeah,
the
and does
thrash,
the
they
door
take
close in
space
time?
with it. Nowhere for them to go.
Now what though?
This
Do they
is really
heavy
big for Mr.
focus too
Fallen.
much on it?
Are they aware?
He's got to find
Yeah, they
some
gotta
success,
chill. Yeah,
and
this
he's
is the
got
right
cross
move though.
covered, but has to give the space up. Understanding they're likely pushing into spawn. Keep a close eye on Mr. Fallen. He's the X factor in this round. On the swing, dropped. F2J now left alone. In 1v3, yeah, he managed to get the spike down, but the hard part is yet to come. He's not even gonna find
Hey,
one.
that was impressive, man. They didn't
And
overheat.
poise being shown from FPX on that retake. Yeah, they could have rushed down
Life
Yedizhe there.
pushes through the
smoke,
smoke,
but
manages
they
to hit a
decide
pretty
just
fast
chill
shot.
out, regroup, let's re-clear heaven because
But
they
yeah, I
know
just like the fact that they
that
didn't overheat once
they
the
don't have a
official hit.
sentinel.
That was
So
the main thing.
FUT can really get into these really aggressive lurk spots,
Like this.
and they have to at least be grouped
Oh
up and be
my
able to
god.
trade.
Nice
if
tech
something
though. See how he
happens. In
looks
this
to the
case,
right,
Ion just goes
looks to the
crazy
right and then
onto Mr.
swings
Fallen
in
there,
just
but
so that his gun barrel doesn't
Life
show.
was really the star
Right from the
of
edge
this
of the
round.
smoke.
I mean, that second kill that he got, he pushed through a smoke from his own teammate with an off.
Yeah, with an
I
op.
mean, these are plays that
They got 2
yeah,
ops.
these are Schmeeg plays.
And even little things like making sure you're facing the right side and then turning.
Chulo,
to take
thank you
the
so much
shot
with
when
the
you have
3
the op
months.
out
Thank
so
you with the
barrel
Prime
doesn't
and
give you
Kennel
away, and you're
FPS as well.
peeking
Thank
outside
you
of
so
that
much.
smoke
Thank
is
you,
just
thank you.
crazy.
And now
Appreciate you
because
both.
CNET invested in attack op,
Thank you,
there's a
Denver.
double op on the defensive
Okay,
side.
double op.
But I feel like FUT are reading into this and they're hitting B.
Oh,
Yeah, but
how is
that's
that
where one of
missed?
the ops is.
Autumn with the support.
He's got 2 and Life goes in aggressive. But Mr. Fallen's there for the trade.
Oh
Player standing.
It's not really seeming to matter. That double op setup and then the rocket to boot
Oh,
was
shot
just
them.
too much.
And that got scary for a second there. Life was very patient, not shooting CNET when he crossed with the wide swing. But somehow that shot on the breach didn't connect.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he was
I
bailed
don't know
out
how
by
he got
Autumn. That was really good team
didn't get
chemistry
any
and good
faster.
support. Beautiful.
Very nicely done by Autumn. For
And
Yeah,
then-
Autumn
and
was
then
just
Life with the
so
re-engagement with the
ready
rocket
for it.
too.
It was nice, just knowing if you missed the shot, he's
What
going
an
to get
awesome
dashed
string
on.
of events. And FPX are bringing
Knives
this
are
one
going to
back.
go in. We have a
FUT
backup
need to
gun for
close
the
this
knives.
half
And we
out.
still have a fair amount of
We've seen
fair
how
amount of ults and a fair amount of
powerful
ops. We got
FPX
double
can be on the
ops still.
attacking side.
CNED pop blades and has a stinger.
And Mr. Fallen has an op, but he gets
Not anymore.
taken out.
Oh, where did that shot go? Meanwhile, the blade's going aggressive. Op found.
What is this
Now the
game?
Rolling Thunder 2 is only going to tag onto one. Keep an eye on Autumn again. Could be finding just the right time, but the hits B.
They're
At
hitting,
least part of it
they're
is
hitting
the spike
B and
but
C at
they've
the same time.
completely divided their attention,
It's a mess.
and it's thrown FPX into disarray.
Oh my goodness.
Cracks pushing forward, dropping one. And now things slow down. Look at it. FPX have to tuck back and spawn.
They're so worried about all these lurks. And oh, the rotation coming out.
Yeah, it's a great call from FUT to
Yedizhe
get
getting
out of C.
deposited
They can cut off the
so
rotates
deep
no
into
matter
heaven
what.
there on the B site. That allows the easy rotation for FUT to get a bomb down safely.
One enemy remaining.
Berlin still with the op, and he's the last one alive here. This is ambitious.
Yeah, I mean, do you just
Economy
save
is
it?
good
He has a
for-
lot of money.
The likes of FPX, they built up.
There's nowhere to go, my friend.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, they built up some stability, so
Hey,
they will
Junie
have
as
a
well
full
with the
buy
9
going into
months.
this
Thank
next
you
round.
so much, bro.
But
Appreciate
FUT,
the prime.
They're playing the win condition beautifully. They understand that FPX doesn't have a sentinel. They don't have any info on every single lane. And on a map like Lotus, if you try to hold every single lane, you're
can't.
just going to get overwhelmed.
Right,
You
you
cannot
can't.
do that.
Dude, that second shot, I mean, it looked like it grazed the ear.
Yeah. And I love how there was like a little no-scope duel in the smoke there when Cena dashed into it, grabbed the op. Berlin goes for the no-scope.
Right there. Last round of the half. Cena with op still in hand. His life has joined him. And once again, there's aggression on both sides. Life's the first to fall.
Just didn't expect the wall to go down early, just out in the open. Util's nice, smoke to cover him, breach damage on top, gotta push forward.
They're trying to find some space too.
Oh boy.
Trying to tuck and maybe catch the timing, but Ion pays forward with his life.
The
FUT are not
FPX are just so insane to watch. They must be so mad right now.
Punishing.
The comms for both teams must be so mad.
So often.
Oh, he's ahead of this. Berlin's ahead of it. Oh, Berlin's ahead of it. That's the pit. But there's still so much work to be done.
And Autumn is nowhere to be found. He's so worried about Yedege, as he should be. But this time, Yedege opting to just come back with the team.
It's just so ridiculous to deal with.
Last player standing.
Autumn will fall. Berlin gets his two.
Nice shot,
almost puts on a clip.
Solid half a
FUT
foot.
gets 8. Yeah, and I think
3 pistols as well.
Want to mention on that is you're right. Yet2j has lurked so many times.
I mean,
not just
they
in
kind
this
of
map, but in
annihilated him, to be
previous
honest.
maps that we've seen him play, that you have to respect it. And by him,
The fact that there was no
info
info sentinel just meant that they were just
of your own
able to get everywhere. Yet2j was just so impactful for the first couple of rounds, then CNED as well.
Good on the attacking side, at least on the last map that we saw. And they're going to have to shine here with this triple controller. They're going to have to manipulate the rotations with all the smokes that they have, maybe get their own lurks in.
Sheaf Twitch as well. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 27 months.
They want a chance to bring this map back.
We'll see if they can pull it off as we throw it down to the analyst test to break down that first half.
Thank you so much, fellas, for that one. Exciting, though. Exciting way to start off on Lotus here.
No
And,
Odin
you know,
yet.
I
No,
think
no
it's safe
Odin
to say
yet.
that both teams really just pushing each other in these opening matchups, which is exactly what you want to see at a big global event like this.
Yeah, exactly. It got too close for comfort, I have to say, at some point. I think that Nathan had a very, very good timeout and got some solutions for FPX. Like
FUT had an Odin. Oh, that's actually true. Yeah, FUT had an Odin on attack. I remember the.
We saw some instances where
reminded me
were
about
a little
the.
bit thrown off by the
Mr.
Astra
Fallen
being
peak.
there and maybe not expecting
That's
that
right.
amount of utility. But there were also so many instances where they were prepared, and we got to see Charles Neddington just being him.
Yeah.
Just incredible performances. I mean, one of the things that Baby Bear was touching on is we don't see that many duelist players opt to go for Jet on this map. One of the only other ones that really comes to mind, something on PRX, but that's in a double duelist setup. But yeah, I mean, the thing has been talked
Dude,
about
I'm
time
not
and
sure
time
I've
again,
ever
is
seen
just how much
Cena
more
get up and
comfortable and
shout.
lively Cena has
I'm
been
trying
in the last several
to
years. We
think
saw
of
that
another
from
time.
Lotus as joined
Not even
Navi.
at like
Now
Champs
he's just
back in
been
the day.
absolutely thriving, and to see CNED pop off like that so hard that the admin has to go recover the chair for him.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a scary thing to see. If I've had FPX on the opposite side of the stage, I'm getting
and
real
FUT played it
worried.
pretty
After
well,
that
right,
play, I
Bacon,
would've
in
thrown my
terms
chair
of.
away as well, but it would never happen. No, I love to see. Even
FPX
with
would
that,
go
it's just an
aggro, they would
8-4
retake
half.
someone with
I
an
think that
Omen
especially
flash. You
on
know
the
that they're
attack
doing
with
that
all
with
the
like
utility,
3
and again, the
people,
way that
and then
Berlin
for
is
you to
playing,
instant
this is going
react,
to
the
be
rotates
very,
are
very
so
complicated
long
for FUT to keep up.
to get
Yeah,
like
they win themselves
someone
2
over
rounds,
towards
they're right
here
back in this
to
bad
hold
boy, and then
B,
FUT's gonna be in
and someone
trouble.
over
Let's see how
towards
the
here
second
to
half plays
hold
out.
C.
Send it back
The
to
most
Doug and
likely
Baby
this one over towards A is going to be
Thanks
on
so
his
much,
own.
GB, you're
Like
right.
they were just
It's really
they were
just 2
rotating
rounds that
so
kinda
fast once
get
they
this to
realized
be
they
so
had
much more
like
competitive,
taken
and
back map
because
control.
of that, all of
And
the
because there can be
focus goes
timings
towards this
and you
pistol.
don't have the info,
If
you pretty much
FPX
got to
are able to
hold
convert,
this until a
we've got
guy
a
gets
game on
here
our
to
hands.
hold this before you can rotate. And that kind of hesitation
approach.
of potential timings coming through just meant that
Don't want to get caught out
you just
by
isolate one
a
all the
breach
time.
trap, a breach stun.
So it was nicely played from FUT. Like they looked at the comp, they looked at how
This
they
is a
wanted to
very
play
unique
against
Viper
it, and it
Horde.
was perfect.
From the side of FPX.
But the benefit of running triple controller is
Uh,
that it's
right,
okay
Pistol
that you can't really
Kings.
scoop it up anymore.
Pistol Kings 3 and
have so many
3.
other things at
3
your
out of
disposal.
3.
Looks like put our position for this fight. If anybody walks through, that fault line is being held right
That's
now.
hard to deal with
From the side of cracks. It'll go all the way
every
across
time you open the door
from
with the
heaven
cam
into the
above,
tree.
Off of the cam.
and
There
then
it is.
stun into swing.
The cam
Big
triggers
duel
the fall
here.
line.
CNED in an off angle.
Bait that out.
Oh, CNED. Oh, that was filth.
That was disgusting.
Berlin just destroyed him.
It's an off
Instant.
angle.
Completely decapitated.
As he
right
one-tapped
now.
him into an off angle.
Attention of the site
Ooh,
goes
the
towards
smoke
B.
didn't go deep enough and kind of
As the
just
spike is
leaks out a
intel.
little bit too much.
Ion committing to getting the spike down. You see the paranoia coming through.
When the
but they've
flash
got what
goes
they
in,
wanted.
looks like it's
They're
not even
getting
gonna
the kills as well. Mr. Fallen down to 15 HP. Out of Captain healthy, yes, but they're so outnumbered. And there's still so much left to do. A sheriff in hand for the Omen. Instantly dropped out of Captain. Manages to get his one. Still 3 to be found on the other side. 40 HP.
Yeah, and around the world from
Time
Autumn is really good here.
Surely they swing on this. They
Okay,
get the kill.
FPX get their first pistol.
Massive
1-1
pistol
for this
for
map,
FPX.
1-3 over.
And I'm
overall.
sorry, but you're just not winning a 1v3 when you're up against all 3 controllers.
Yeah, that's so difficult.
But the real
Lame, thank you
star
for
of
the
the
5
show here
months,
was
dude.
Berlin
Thank you,
there.
thank you. Chris as
Taking
well.
out
Thank you for the
CNET.
2 months, man.
This
Appreciate the
was-
Prime.
oh,
Jack
what a
Door with the Prime
shot.
as well. Thank you with the
That was
21 months.
crazy.
Yeah, it is an absolute
And
shot.
then these post
And
plants, if
Apple
FPX
Juice,
are able to
thank
get
you
the
as well,
bomb
bro.
down, the smokes that you have to just cover every single
Mage
choke,
with the Prime
Yeah, it's
as well.
miserable.
Thank you
It's
for
gonna
getting
be
involved, bro.
insane.
Appreciate the Prime
And I
usage.
think this is why
Thanks for
FUT
the
did
support.
opt to use the breach
Okay,
instead of the
so
safe,
Ancina
because
does
if
this
they
a
had to
lot, right?
run
Where
through
he
these smokes
buys
dry,
armor.
in this series, it would have been over. And as I say, that life takes the life away
Yeah,
from 2
he's out here
members
farming.
of
Doesn't have
FUT.
time to reload yet. 2 more.
Krax and Yedige are going to have to wait till next round to play again.
They're allowed 1 death.
They're really setting themselves up nicely for a bonus here. 3 rifles and an outlaw. You know you're going to be able to buy a 4th. So assuming
There's a
no
guy
ceiling is
behind him.
place, which is always a possibility. They're going to have, yeah, what,
That
3
is
rifles and
mental.
an outlaw carried into the next, so they're going to be able to buy their 4th.
And life is going to plant
Okay,
the
so that was
spike as
the
well.
1 death that they were allowed. So Life's
potentially
gonna
even
get this,
go
and then
hunt
he's 1 away.
Mr.
Does he
Fallen.
get the last kill? Probably not. You imagine
Berlin
Astra's
might be the
got
one to
it.
catch him.
He will have
Oh, are they
Rocket
hiding
online
so that the Raze can
for
get
the
it?
bonus. Look, he's just toying with him.
Autumn's the one that gets the kill.
Okay, so they could, if they
So a
want
little
to,
bit
try and
closer
get
to
an
having
orb
that
and
pit
snowball
online, but
this.
they're the 2
They have
rounds
a
that GG was
very
talking
good
about.
bonus.
They're the ones he was looking for.
And this round right here,
Did they? There's gonna be
FPX
2
could
people that have
steal this
light
one
armor,
away.
right? I think.
we got a game on our hands and things will get scary.
Tina didn't get a kill.
For FUT. Nice shots.
Yeah, Life has been really impressive this series.
He's 1 off of that showstopper. And I think you're not going to see anything special here from the side of FPX. I think you're going to see a very steady default
Okay, no.
for the first
Okay,
15
one
seconds,
person
waiting for an
that was
aggressive
gonna
play.
have light armor realizes that there's an outlaw.
There
and
it is.
just takes the
There's the aggression you were looking for.
takes the hit of just getting a
What do
guardian.
they do off of that?
This is nice from FUT,
No
realizing
space
they're 1
gathered on
away,
the
and
A
most
side of the
likely
map.
they're gonna try and get C orb, so they decide to fight
And a
it.
ton of damage dealt on
early.
Life.
This
51
guy's out in
HP,
the
no
open
armor.
here. That's
Tough
a
spot to be in.
giant win. That is a giant win.
This smoke on the A side of the map is so unique. It
Yeah,
denies
I like
the
this
A
though.
stairs
This way of going through
info
B, C
from the
default.
side of
Right.
FUT.
Normally you
They're
would
not
clear
able to
C
know if
then
somebody
B, but
crosses
this
A
way,
like that.
heavy pressure over towards C. They go for B, then C default. Question mark
A lot of C
created.
pressure was being made.
Group over towards A, as we can see in the minimap right
Just
now. It's the right call.
They opt to go
2-2-1.
back. Reconnecting with Berlin.
Mr. Fallen's the only one who's here, and yeah, there's a trip to help out a little bit. That jump spot must have seen something because you've got Krax already rotating back over with a fault line in hand. Life committing his ult. And he's going to get so much space off this. FUT deciding they don't want to fight. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
They'll rather fight for the retake.
Retake, Omen flash, full
Krax has his
breach
fallen
util
back
other
up.
than 1 flash.
A paranoia. But take a look at Life. He's tucked. He's right beneath them. Oh, they do check him out. Captain's able to get one.
Whoa,
But the
crossfire's
other
kind
kill's
of
not
nice.
going the way of
Whoa!
FUT.
No way he got that last one. There's no way he got that last one.
Lysor just
Yeah,
instant
that was
3
insane,
players.
bro.
Wasn't even close. And I like the approach from FUT. I like
The
that they
bonus.
gave sight because of
That
that
is the
showstopper
bonus.
being online and the fact that they got
Glinial with the Prime
out
as well. Thank you so much, man. Welcome
macro.
into the Star Club.
The
Appreciate
movement
using your Prime.
was just not there. They didn't have the players to hold the actual site. And they want to do a cohesive retake with the breach utility.
Oh, it's literally the
And
last
this
bullet,
time,
and
you
he
know, I
and he
was
runs
saying,
with
you know,
it.
how strong FPX's comp can be
Shot.
on those
Shots.
post plants because they have so many smokes.
God,
they didn't
dead.
even need them.
Dude,
just had crossfires
Lysor
on
is
the
having
site, and that was
an
it.
absolute map right
What was
now.
that?
They are eco, by the way.
A
so
collat with the outlaw to start the round.
I like this though. Satchel out to take
Surely
the
there's a
duel
timeout on
early.
the other
Everyone's
side of
trading.
this.
It's slipping
Yeah,
away.
and they just should probably
Momentum is
throw the
reaching
gun
its fever
out or
pitch here.
upgrade this.
With the crowd fully behind
Yeah.
it.
Okay, nice.
And an upgrade for life.
And they got a
They'll throw
free
that
AWP here.
out of the map. Pick up Lysor's Vandal.
With how good
Yeah,
he's been
and
with
with
it, it
this,
might
they're
be
going to get a
downgrade. Who
plant, and then
knows?
they got Fischl into the next big buy round for FUT. So 8-8, they're on the
This should
easiest
be
side,
a thrash
and
online
they're
for
going to
the
have
next round.
Thrash.
The snowball is real. This is what happens when you win bonus. And a big reason why they won that is because of how impactful life was in those
Natsu
first couple of
Drignor,
rounds.
right? Is that how I
With the
say this?
Outlaw.
Thank you
Getting
for
that
the
showstopper
Prime, bro. I
online
appreciate the
for
2
the
months.
bonus round. And yeah, he didn't kill anybody with it, but he secured a free sight and gave his team a chance at winning.
Oh, and then even when he was playing in Hell under ropes, yeah, they saw him when they were flooding out from heaven. So that drew the attention of 3 members, which allowed for the 3K to come from stairs.
Yeah.
Because everybody was focused on trying to clean up life.
I mean,
Jesus, Slimmetry, what have you
every
done?
single gun round so far, and probably moving forward on this half, FPX is going to have an ult online. That
I'm
if-
still
if they
scrolling,
handle it
bro. How
correctly,
many
you're
was this?
absolutely right.
That is
55.
unreal.
Dude, that
Yep,
brings
if
you up
they
to
win this round
555
with just
gifted
a thrash
altogether.
invested,
Chat,
all of
fill
a
the
sudden you're gonna have
feed.
Viper Spit coming up
Fill
online.
the feed with the Slug Oiler.
Then you're going to have the Astro Wall.
And if you
Then
got
you're gonna
gifted
have
from
another rocket.
Slimmetry, make
Life
sure you
is
say thank
halfway
you
to
to him.
another rocket.
Dude, I'm surprised we don't see a timeout here, by the way. It's a big round for FUT. Slimmetry, man, thank you
CNET
so
will
much.
have to
It's
pick
a
up an
crazy
op, though,
amount of
answer.
subs in such a
Or
short
at
amount
least
of
attempt to.
time as
Yeah,
well,
but
bro.
looks like how Life had
Yeah.
to pick
You're a
it up on the
lunatic.
defensive side.
But I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for doing
He
that.
has
Thank you
to
for the
be the man
55.
To bring them
Solid
back
amount
into
of
this game,
spams,
'cause it
solid
feels
amount
like
of thank
FPX
yous.
is
We
the
love that. Well
driver's
done,
seat.
everyone. Slimmetry again, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Mr. Fall. That is not what they were looking for.
This is that smoke I'm talking about,
Yeah.
though. Nobody does this. I've never seen that. And you see why they do it. CNET tries to get the punish.
Yeah, tries to
but
disrespect
he just
it.
get insta.
Start to see that other smoke dissipate. And believe.
So many layers.
Oh, they're not even going to try to pick up the op. They're not concerned about it at all.
This is all ultimately set up for a B split. This is why you see 2 players front B lurking up, clearing space now. They have the Vipers
Bro,
wall
it's the
that blocks
smokes
off
on
heaven
smokes. They
control.
just isolate like all of the
I mean, if they
angles.
get bombed down on this B site, if they opt to truly go there,
Fish goes
it's gonna
in.
be so hard
It's
to
gonna
retake
spot
for
one.
FUT.
There's a lot
Does
for
hit.
Adcap
Do
to
they tunnel
figure
vision
out.
for
It's
it?
a free site.
He got
It's time
tagged.
to stop him.
The ball line's
Okay.
going to buy a little bit of time.
Yeah, and they can't
so
pick
Life
up this
cannot hunt him
Fischl.
down, cannot get the kill onto Adcaptain, but they're going to get the spike.
No one needs to
He's so
overheat
far
here.
up. This is really dangerous on the other side
Whoa,
of the smoke.
they're
The snap
fast
on
with it.
Adcaptain is perfect.
Come on.
And he's far from done. Potentially, Yetu the next target sitting on the other side.
Dude, look how hard this is to retake. What are you meant to do?
Trying to buy some time and trying to create some space. But again, Life is waiting
What are you actually meant to
just
do?
around the corner.
It's got to be the best breach
Yeah,
flash
the
in the
kills
world.
get traded a little bit, but FPX take the lead.
Okay, I mean, FUT need a timeout.
The pressure that FPX is putting
not
on
getting
right
any
now
rounds
is
at the
too
moment.
immense for FUT. They cannot handle it. And going down numbers like that early, especially against all
Salah,
these smokes
dude.
that are going on.
Salah says, your Patreon
just
didn't
makes
save
it
me from
impossible,
losing
it
my
feels like.
job, bro.
And then Life
What
just
the
taking,
hell?
like, those intuition
Honestly,
timings in a
if
smoke
you
and
need
just
someone to
picking up,
blame,
which we've seen him do all
I'll
series
take the
long.
hit, man.
I mean, listen,
I'll take the
when you
hit.
get punished for it, it can look
I do
real
hear
bad.
that
But when you
Navi
don't-
and BBL
when
need
you
a
don't,
coach, though.
You win matches.
So, so one door closes.
And that's that timeout you were speaking of.
Yeah, perhaps around late, but they do call it. And it'll give them a chance to think things through and perhaps talk through strategy for this round and maybe even the next.
It's Camo, thank you so much for the
As
6
soon as we
months
get
as
back
well,
into
man.
action, we
And
can have the
Basti,
discussion around what ults are
333 with
online,
the
but
prime. Thank you
I think you're
very
right,
much, man.
Dre. If they continue to be this aggressive, if FPX continue to push the pace, to aggressively fight into smokes, to aggressively catch timings,
Oh, man.
this triple controller comp, it
BBL,
may
yeah,
just be too
BBL
much
dropped
for FUT to deal
Epic
with.
as well.
Chad, I mean,
All of the
like FUT knows
all of the
what's
orgs
transpiring.
trying to
They
explain why they didn't
understand
make it
that
to
Life has been playing
Shanghai.
like this and pushing through
Coaches are
smokes
just
and
getting
everything.
it in the
But
neck,
you don't
it
know
seems.
when he's going to do it or where he's going to do it.
But
There's
Bren as
so
well,
many
thank you. There you go,
smokes
bro. At least
on the
we,
field. And right
at least you got
now,
a sub.
FPX are just so
least you got a
fast
sub, man.
when they're peaking. They're instaing. It's
But Bren,
it's
thank
not
you
a
so much,
question.
man.
Their crosshairs perfectly
Coaches are getting
set
the
up,
axe. Yeah, dude. Everyone's doing it.
but just have no answer.
It may not come this round. It may come in the next.
Right, so
because you
FUT
see
do a
the ults
timeout.
for
They're
FUT.
on
They've
eco.
got, what, 3
Do
of
they
them
change
really close
anything
to
up
coming
noticeably
online?
on this round? I mean, they're going
another
aggro. There's
one.
a smoke there, bro.
You don't expect this round to go their way, but if Life continues to tee off, I mean,
He's got
Guys
a
just
showstopper.
yeah, this guy's satcheling out
That's the
into the
real issue
open
here
on the
for FUT.
jewels, on the ecos, and every single time he's getting something.
But I want to draw attention to the next round because I think here, if you're FUT,
Do they want to try
your
force
objective
this?
is getting the ult online for Captain, and then potentially for Cracks if you can swing it.
Yeah, most definitely.
But Life is aware of the fact that that's the prized possession.
I mean,
An exchange of weaponry, and now Life going forward.
Oops. I mean, no, he was meant to do this. Oh, that's a nice
Even the
wingman.
flash. I mean, as soon as the one-way goes up, they're just
Shot.
Oh my!
Absolute
good
shot.
night.
just got overwhelmed. He just got overwhelmed.
In reaction to
And
this,
then
we
Life puts
push,
a
and there
bullet
is a
between his
spike down, but
eyes.
Astra's on top of it. But honestly, okay, well,
With all this pressure on C and the Lurk dying front B, Autumn is able to just walk all the way up to A and allow his whole team to come back to him. It's another complete dismantling from each lane.
Yep.
Much like Sunset.
Yep.
It's actually so
25
similar how they're
seconds.
playing this default
Double
on
kills,
attack. A
trips on
4-1,
site.
They pressure, they manipulate rotations, and then they
whoa,
hold it in.
he even goes
just like
close
this.
before he swings into it. Like, they're so on top of this.
I mean, both these teams
Not even
have
a
had
little bit of damage done here.
great success on their attacking side. But FPX is on a different level right now.
They don't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Guys,
I mean, they're gonna knife
guys.
They're gonna knife him.
They're gonna try.
This is the amount of disrespect we're seeing right here.
And my brother, they're being egged on.
They
by
want
the
him. They want him
entire
to knife
crowd.
back.
Mr. Fall needs to die to bomb here.
I think he'll succeed. He somehow managed to slip the net and get away.
I mean, but oh wait, no.
Imagine?
Surely not. No. that would have been so hilarious.
Okay,
Would've been even
even
more
with the trying to knife at the end, no one takes any
But when
damage.
you're
And we got
playing
1,
against
2,
a team that is toying with
3,
you like this
4
and
people that hit
clearly
9k.
They are.
running
I
at you
think
with
maybe this
knives,
one is
yeah, they
100
are.
off. Just
I
in case you're
mean,
wondering
yeah,
just how
that's not a
dominant this
good
has been.
feeling to have.
Oh,
We're
that
at
gets in your head.
4 people
But
hitting
FUT need-
9,000.
Like, they need to let that drive them to make a comeback into this map. They need to have. They need to get angry.
Look
they need
at
to
them
dig
all.
deep, and they need to show why they made it here.
That's all well and good, but FPX have won 6 rounds in a row.
And their ults.
They have 2 ults online. They've got another one just around the corner.
Oh, the punish already.
This is a must-win round. It's a must-win round.
Oh,
They have to
no
break
trade on
Jays
it
have
as
already
well.
fallen.
Okay,
Zenith's
that's
got an
spiked
up
though,
zero
and
on
we
the
do
trade,
get a
and
bit of
Autumn will
breach
fall
damage
too.
done.
So much space has been taken by Life. This is where he has found so much success.
No
He's
way.
playing in the smokes, but they know.
I was going to say,
Shot
don't do
landed,
anything too
Life
nuts.
down.
You never know what you're going to get, I feel like, when we're on the players of
maniac.
FPX.
But it's worked.
2v4. This
Yeah,
is a
it
free
has.
A side, though.
It has. FUT this time.
It's a big round for FUT to win.
Too
First
smart
one, obviously, on
to let that
defense,
work
but
once more.
double
Saw
ult
them
used.
spamming the smoke the entire time as well. They're so aware that that could be a possibility.
And they were right.
Yeah.
They've got to be careful here. A 2v4,
I mean,
in theory, should
Smoke
go
that blocks
the way
heaven,
of
but he
FUT,
hides in it.
They lost so many numbers advantage rounds in the previous map.
That's sick.
No round is secure here.
I'm not sure it would
these
work,
micro
but it's
plays,
sick.
Like just that smoke.
I've
being
seen
there,
crazier
giving
things.
Berlin a little pocket to play in, and potentially have players from FUT like overlook that. I mean,
He
these are
asking for a smoke?
so- It's so
Oh, yeah,
unique
he
to
was,
see a
and
team
then
doing things like
Lysol
this,
smoked himself.
and how frequent they're doing it as well.
A 2v4 would be backbreaking. It'd be debilitating.
Yeah, this guy
It'd
hears
be
a lot. CNED's in
devastating.
charge of watching this.
And if CNED turns,
Whoa, he did move,
manages
but
to hit the shot.
they love.
not a
Nice,
moment
nice
too
round from
soon,
FUT, though.
'Cause it
Very
looked like he was a
convincing, and they
10-man
needed a
walking.
big round like this with 4 people surviving.
And life back into the likes of
That's
FUT.
a for fun smoke, yeah, pretty much.
Big kills there.
Axans,
CNED, that
Axans
quick
721, thank you so much, man.
You may have
Appreciate the
missed
3
the
months.
first shot after you open that door, but this quick scope right here, that was
Whoa.
so nice.
Yeah, that was a good shot, man.
And finally, things go the way of FUT for the first time. They finally get a first blood. Renants are back.
This was the first time that FUT
Man
changed it
advantage,
up.
and now they have
Sorry,
5
this is the first time
ultimates
that
online.
FPX changed it up.
CNED
Tried to
opting
go
towards
for
the
something
C
a
side
lot
of the map
faster.
again.
Into the hit over towards B side once they
No
took
op on the
contact.
other side to challenge.
So they might try and go a lot
He's gonna
slower.
get that line for free.
done playing around.
Mr. falling over his shoulder, there to help. And Crack's not far off.
Shot.
Wow. That's a massive opener.
Baited in, yeah, baited in with the camera. And then takes the camera back as well, insta reposition.
They still need to convert, though.
And with CNED having this line, this deep C line, I mean, FUT have all the info now. They're aware that FPX is throwing a lot of utility towards this A side of the map. It allows them to lean majority of the players there.
Official. Looks like they're going to use it into this.
Thrash online for Ion. Yeah, this looks like it's going to end up as a B split. You see all the Asher utility, the smokes going up, the cover being created.
Okay, they pick up Wingman as well. What's the
Automats
plan?
this pit.
Plant goes
But you
in,
got him
Viper
at- yeah,
ult goes
it's
in,
a 5
Breach
ult on the
ult
other
stops
side.
the
That Rolling
plant.
Thunder's going to hit all three, and they're going to flood into it. Can they navigate this pit and get the kills they need?
30 seconds left.
Oh my god.
As the pit goes down, the kills go up. A 2v2. Spike's
Yeah,
still
and
not
this is
committed. They're
free
going to find
path
safe
over
passage, and they can
towards
leave.
C.
The transition.
Berlin sticks around.
No way Berlin is here
Wingman
right
goes
now.
to plant.
Surely they don't expect this. Oh, he's been spotted.
5 bullets.
5 bullets, 46 HP, 10 seconds
What
left.
a
The shots
shot,
from
man.
Captain are good.
Oh, he
Berlin's
could
gonna have to
just
hustle
make it
back.
around the corner. Did he W keys
He's ahead
forward?
of this. So he's so far ahead of it. The pit goes down. Yeah, Dujay with so much to do. And Berlin holding the line.
My
decides
God, it's
to
such a
tuck
good
tail,
plant for
reposition,
him.
Get away. Buy some time
No
and
stars.
create some space.
No tap of the spike, so he's expecting him to
Dujay's
push.
going aggressive. He's buying time. He's got
Oh, he had no idea that he was pushing.
But that was far from secure. Whew.
Yeah, I think he thought he was
That
going
was
to
an
run back there.
intense round, but it goes
God, that
the
was a
way
nuts
of
round.
FUT. Yedije coming up big there in that 1v1 with the wide swing, clearing that angle. A lot of players in that scenario may think, oh, maybe he's wrapping around CT already.
And time is short. I've got to head back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great play from him from start to finish. I mean, that's a nasty shot. Seriously. And Berlin with this one too.
That's what got it that close. I mean, that pit going down.
The call you have to walk forward in the Viper's pit there. I mean, they're really just playing loose right now. Maybe they need to hone it in a little bit more though.
Is it
in these
timeout
rounds.
or? Yeah.
That Thrash just hasn't been invested yet. I feel like Hyung has been sitting on that for the last, like, what, 3 rounds?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Shaky as well. Shaky with the 10 mums. Thank you for doing that,
Wonder
bro.
if we're
Appreciate
gonna
the
see
prime.
a change of pace perhaps after this timeout from the likes of FPX.
It looks stressful. Yeah, that must have been
maybe
a
flip the
stressful
switch and
round.
just
Honestly,
do an
this whole
execute
game looks stressful if
something
you're a
else,
coach at the
Which we
moment.
haven't really seen them do, what, all series?
No, not at all. But to be fair, I mean, when you win that many rounds in a row, doing the same thing, you don't really need to do anything different. But they must change things up now because it just looks like FUT have a read.
Okay, Official. You picked up the
I will
ult
say
for
this,
it in the
though,
round
I will
before.
say this,
Didn't
though,
have a
one
chance
thing
to
that
use
FPX
it.
did do successfully there is they got all those ults.
Kind of had a chance to use it. Honestly,
Yeah,
when the plan
they
went
just
down,
have
you should
one
have probably
now.
played Heaven there.
So they managed to get through a lot of that stuff.
Especially
Trying to
as the
set
door
themselves up
opened,
nicely
right?
for the closing of the half. For the closing of potentially the series. That's a big
Whoa,
kill.
that's a fast shot, man.
It's CNED is not backing down.
That is a
That was
fast shot.
so fast.
Yeah.
And with that shot being committed there, Yedije is tucked behind this wall, but he doesn't like what he has. He does not like what he's seeing. He backs up.
The freeze from FPX right now is ridiculous. Concerned about what might be on the other side.
Yeah.
The problem is, Doug, is that they haven't pressured
I was going to say,
C
do
at
they
all.
just
Yeah.
walk into this? Because CNED
Oh,
is
CNED's
going
gonna
to...
strike again, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to beat all the util. Uh-oh.
He's got the
What a
line.
nightmare.
Wall goes up. Thrash goes out, and he's
Okay.
got to give it back.
Oh, oh
Even
no,
tagging on
as he
one,
went
FPJ
to go
falls.
through.
A blunder. Remember, this was a 5v4, and that was the pain point for them on Sunset.
Okay, massive duel behind. This one
Back to
here
even numbers
is
here.
giant.
And they're going to scale up. They're going to scale forward.
Good fault line there.
They just want to fight so badly, and I
Wow,
think
yeah,
FUT
and
understand that now, and they're able
They
to
just
weather that
blocked
well.
off his great
Finally.
smokes, by the way, at the moment. Like, Mr.
I guess
Fallon's
it's
playing
not,
it pretty
I mean,
well.
just in time, I suppose.
Standing.
Yeah,
aggression
this was
might
great from
just
Mr.
be their
Fallon. Just kept this guy locked out, kept the pressure,
That
which
sort
meant there
of
was no
glad to
crossfire,
play
so
this
no
out
one to
that
hold
way.
the actual people coming through.
Yeah.
4 people
CNET
alive
is
as well.
getting
Money's great
massive
now for
value
them.
with this operator. That first blood, that was such a fast kill. That's like vintage CNET right there.
And remember, in the previous round, that was where the opener was too.
Yeah.
A peek out from B main.
I mean, he only saw his elbow.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then this. It's perfect. It's a perfect adaptation to how FPX have been playing these post plants. Just have CNET hold the line while the rest of the riflers scale up. And if any shenanigans happen from the likes of FPX,
They needed that 9K
that
they had here.
over peaking, CNET can
CNET's
punish.
there, yeah.
CNET setting up over towards C, and this time he gets a little bit aggro.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
well,
so
they at least know
confident
where
right
he
now.
is now.
He's taking the game into his own
Oh
hands.
my god. The confidence
This
is...
should be a good indicator for FPX, though. The Omen one-way C, while there was an opera there, there's probably not anything else backing it up.
The
I'm
bait
not sure
of
if
the
FPX are reading
camera.
into it like that.
Yeah, that's
Yenej
pretty
finally gets
bold.
punished behind that front B box.
And they still know where the op is because
And
the
for
op
the
keeps
first time
shooting.
in the last, I don't know, 3 rounds,
Dude,
FPX
there's
get the
so
first blood
many
and
smokes.
stabilize the
That
round.
fake smoke
believe
into
they're gonna
real
try to push
smoke.
back into C.
Okay, lovely,
They know the op is there. Lightsword pays forward
lovely
with his
kill
life.
over towards B is a nice reply. Instant ult over towards C. We've got
And
a big
this feels
1v1
a
over
bit more
towards
like
A.
what we were seeing on Sunset. Everything fully spread out.
But FPX right now, kind of counterintuitive to tap that door unless they plan on ending B potentially. I say that and Autumn just takes the head clean off the
Wow.
captain.
He got the...
They invest
He got the
Astral
heads up.
too.
This is a weird
Provide
round
little
at the
bit of
moment
cover.
because it's like,
30
do you want to
seconds left,
plant
they're not ending
here
A. They're gonna
when you know
leave.
they're close?
They're
This is
gonna
by
end back B,
far
and
the
they're
best
so
call,
far ahead
and
of
then
this,
one
they won't
person
even
to
hear
hold
it.
this. As long as Autumn tucks into
At
this
this
corner,
point, they
he
don't know
should
if
win
the
the
spike has been
round.
planted A or not.
And on top of that, Autumn is still here
Yeah,
deposited.
this was a very nice call
trap
from
has been
FPX.
set.
Really, really nice, and he is in the spot right
Do
now.
they know? CNET's quiet with it. The tap of the door, and CNET's the one who
Yeah,
gets
and he can just
punished.
stay alive and hold this
That
angle.
was the cue for Autumn to turn around, and now he knows there's another one there. They're trying to wrap around him. You see some of the pressure coming in from cracks. It was a little messy there, but
life
ultimately
nearly
the shots
overextended.
land. Through all of this, what in the world was that?
What a transfer from life!
What?
And he's hyped up. A big answer back for FPX. And it was that manipulating approach. But it only happens when they get the first kill.
Yeah. It was back to what was successful on Sunset.
Right, gotta see this.
I need to see this again. This 2K.
Oh! Bro, is that the next
Yeah.
bullet?
Yeah. That works.
So sick.
20 and 16. Straight into the next round.
Nah, that should be impossible.
FUT with op in the hands of CNET still. Who's kind of been the win con these last couple of rounds for FUT.
Yeah. This time he started towards the A side of the map. He's been playing C for the last like 4 or 5 rounds.
They're going for broke here too. Dre, they invested everything. They've got to win this round.
That's a big spam kill
Yeah,
for Mr.
dude.
Fallen.
FUT keep getting the first
A
kill.
lot of utility used here from the side of FPX to re-clear that rubble area.
At least on this half.
This just gets slowed down so much when you don't have life.
Well, at least in like the last, what, 3 rounds, I think.
FPX in these rounds when they've gone down a man have not really had
Dude,
an answer.
look at this as
Unlike
well. Like, this could
the last
actually
map of
be the
Sunset
game
where
right here.
They were down 4v5, 3v5 even, and then amongst the chaos that pursued, they would bring it back off of individual mechanics.
And they've
The
been
winning
pivoting over
situations they had
towards
no
B a
business even
lot.
being competitive in. But lo and behold, they managed to do so.
Okay, these two on site need to try and get 2
This is
between
gonna
them.
be a full hit A.
It's an
a tap of the
incredible
door.
Omen flash.
Oh
Oh my
boy.
goodness.
A sidestep to avoid some of that utility. Mr. Fallen trying to play his timing just right, manages to do so.
Okay, well, they got the 2 between them, but now it's a...
That chaos.
A 2v3. Op still in the hands of CNED. Oh, he gave his position away. Almost lands the shots anyway.
Holy
the
hell,
round
these
just
rounds are
doesn't go
so
their way.
close. Okay, one
my
chance for FUT
gosh.
to end this. Well, I say end this, bring us to a
It
fun
was
map.
getting scrappy there towards the end
End this map.
for
Hey,
FUT.
These last couple rounds have been scrappy.
Yeah, the back and forth. I mean, a spam kill is the main factor into this round. That's how close this game has been so far. And again, FUT is too dialed in on these moments in the retakes. They know that FPX like to overextend on their
We've
post
seen it
plans.
go with the AMP. It's been over
They're
towards C
punishing
at the
them
beginning
for it
quite a few
actively.
times.
Cena just stayed.
The disrespect.
That's crazy. The dash expired, and now he gives up the line.
Yeah, we had a higher lower setup, I think, for the
But
trips.
they're all still so close here. I mean, you've got, what, 3 members B, 1 other C.
It worked out pretty well. So
They
they were
just
waiting
missed
for
the
the flash to
volumes,
come back. But
Does that
actually,
smoke out
it
from
ended up
Lysor towards
meaning
A,
that they got the
manipulate
dash out of him.
rotations. It seems like Captain is cheating towards A. That one smoke might have been enough
My ult's ready.
to create a window. But even if they do end out C here, Krax has his ult and he's close by.
And not only that, but Yedeje
Yeah, but they
has
have
2
the trips for this.
One low, one high.
Especially if he does just normal
deal
pathing
with
to the back
this
of the
Raze
site, which you would imagine they would if this is what the trips are.
Look at that. Little high trip there on the box.
Life,
Disaster.
Life holds a spark. There are
Oh,
the
different
trips.
path.
The pathing's not good for him. He gets a
God.
kill on a Krax, but it's traded.
goes around
A
waterfall.
4v4. A little commotion at the beginning of the round, but it slows down as
Oh,
J gets
boy.
a little bit too antsy, a
Wingman,
little
this
bit
guy
too
needs to try and
aggressive.
kill it.
Wingman dies, but so does
Whoa.
Captain.
Was he not
Fade
looking at the
away.
minimap, maybe?
It's seen at Mr. Fallen to try to close this map and take us to game 3. But this
Spike
heavy
planted.
of numbers disadvantage is
Well, the
so
Omen Flash is
difficult to weather.
incredible.
The spam through, fortunately
Oh,
for
where are
Cena,
the shots
clip
going
ran
now?
dry, but
Okay,
that's all it'll
overtime?
be.
Sure.
OT on the
I'm in
cards.
for it.
All off the back of Life. The pathing that he chose there. to
Yeah, the
punish
pathing to go over
Krax,
towards waterfall was
that
everything.
Insane. And yeah, Yedeje tried to read ahead of the play, but instead, the rocket came towards that water area and took out the breach. And once that utility is gone, it's nearly impossible to retake. You have to run through smokes dry. It makes it so hard.
That's just not a fun
No.
game of Valorant to have to play.
No, not at all. Wow. What a map so far.
Yeah, it's been a sick
I
map.
mean, what a
It really
series so
has.
far.
Yeah.
And again, teams get in overtime. Teams
were
get a
gifted with
timeout,
OT
so
in
we
the first
insta see a
series of this
timeout from
tournament.
FPX.
And the second one has delivered much in the
But
same
missing
way.
a lot of shots. There's a couple of rounds at the
timeout
moment.
to
I
kick
think
off
like
this
2 in a
OT
row,
too.
where
Just to
a
let
few of
things
them have
settle
been
in a
looking a little bit nervous. Yeah,
Just to build some suspense and
like
tension.
committing to the spray.
There hasn't been enough.
Oh my gosh. This has been so stressful. But FPX struggled on their defensive side. I mean, both teams did.
Yeah.
What are they going to cook up here that was different from their last half? Because they really didn't have any answers in Life. I feel like he's pandering the fact if he should invest into that operator or not. He hasn't even purchased a gun yet. And there it is. The op
Yeah.
will come out.
Op no armor.
He had a lot of success with it.
Yeah,
question is, what
but
line
it
does he
makes sense
take?
to how they're playing it, right? A lot
seems
of
like
times they were
C
playing to set one up and
is
then
where his
uphold
interests are
that
headed.
angle, or they were at least trying to like re-clear info and
Meanwhile,
then set
FUT not
one
really
up.
showing much of an
Setting an
indication of
op
their
up is
intentions
going to
early
work
on.
well.
Yeah. And this is already a different setup from FPX, which is good because we
And
if
if you feel like if you're FPX as well talking about the timeout, they were having a lot of success over towards B
They
and
do
like
this really
UTJ
aggressive
finding
angle where
timing.
they-
So
where
I
they
think
take
having
this
an
angle
op
just
here
like this,
is
and then there's a
great.
nebula that covers his exit. This is what I was talking about, similar to what they did on Sunset. Life has taken such
See,
a deep
the thing
line.
is, most players would chill out now.
And
But these
he's just
players,
continuing to go
they're a little
forward.
bit nuts, so they
That
carry
should
on
allow the
pushing,
rotations
and they
towards A very
disrespected the
quickly.
smoke, and they're fast behind. There is a trip here though,
They decided to push all the way through.
but they're going to
Life
have him
does
locked
a satchel
in.
to go past this trip. And if he does, he has a free flank.
He could satchel.
And even if they clear the trip, maybe you expect 1, but 2?
Yeah, he should tell
They're so
Astro to
far up on
rotate
this.
now.
Eyesore. He's alone here.
Yeah, but he takes a
Yeah,
step
and
back.
FUT's done
Wow,
good.
yeah,
We've got a free
Eyesore.
sight here. We get a 5v5 after
And he's had a
plan.
rough map so far as well.
Meanwhile, the trip was cleared. They've spotted the second. That's going to go down as well. FUT have to take a step back here. J and his cam, seeing if he could spot anyone. Again, there's this 2-man flank that's coming in from
This is
the
great from
attacker spawn, and I
FUT.
don't
Good
think
plant
they know.
here.
Oh, he's been
Everyone
spotted.
in the after plant
Meanwhile,
spot
Zeta
over
just on the
towards
other side of the smoke. Autumn's the
Hobbit.
first to fall.
Does he expect another though?
Hey, he
Yeah,
has
look at
nobody
these
to look for it
positions.
anymore.
Captain has a flank.
Yeah, dude, check falls.
Uh-oh.
Heaven.
How much more can Cracks
And now they
find?
know the breach is here.
Waiting just on the other side.
Big
is
Joe
Pano
from
Berlin.
Cracks.
Goes into astral mode. As it's a 2v2.
Yeah, it should be fine with that Joe.
Round life by himself now.
No
He's
way.
gotten it to half. 3/4 to spams.
Oh
coming
my
through,
god,
and
that
they
got,
managed to
that
kill
got
it before
kind
it
of
goes off.
close. That got real close. That was
Oh my
nicely done from FUT there.
It's so scrappy. It's so chaotic. It just goes left and right. It's swinging. Sometimes you can't even tell who has the advantage.
No, not when they're that close.
But Captain with this flank, he walked all the way.
Yeah, they
through
were.
Broken Door
They took
into
so much
heaven
map
and
control in the
wrapped
afterplant.
CT. That was the clutch moment.
Yeah, not only him getting that light flank and then him pushing the defuse. Life was what, 3/4 of the way there?
Yeah.
And now
Potentially
CNED gets
last
his own
round
op
of the
out.
map. Sorry to say that Cam already cleared out. Op in the hands of CNED. And much like the previous round for Life, takes an aggressive line. Even's willing to be bold enough to check B here.
Wow, so interesting. CNED to tap that door there.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
let
even
them
have
know
his
that they
dash
got map
proc.
control here.
He almost went all the way into spawn without an exit strategy.
I mean, he understands that FPX is scared of him right now. They haven't really been putting the pressure on him to truly get him off of this line. Even when utility is used, there's no body to follow it up. As
Over
such.
the dash, we
And
do
this
the
was- this is
BC
what allows
default
him
from
to be
taking
so
B again,
confident
and CNED
and
might be a
retake
little
the
bit
angle.
committed here, especially the door opens. He's out on
Gotta
his
be
own.
careful because that dash was procced and now expired, and he has the possibility of getting wrapped here.
I mean, he is truly on an island here.
Wow,
But he's
fair
not
play,
punished.
he got out.
FPX are so scared of him.
I thought
Yeah,
Lysol
they
was
didn't
gonna
swing over
crunch
towards door, or maybe the
from
door was
B, but no.
closing. All of this to have
Rotations
cleared
haven't
towards
baited
C
out,
at
but
30 seconds, and then now you got a heavy
FPX aren't
send it
reading this
over
right.
towards A.
30 seconds left.
25
Closing bump
seconds.
to the round now, again, potentially of the map.
Let's see what
And
Mr.
it's
Fallon
still
can
a
do.
5v5. We've barely really heard bullets be exchanged.
Oh, they gotta go
Paranoia
help little
straight
bro
in, keep
plant
an eye on
here.
Yethu
15 seconds.
He's gonna get the timing, isn't he?
10
He's
seconds.
still at large, but Mr. Fallen's getting them all.
Oh,
cannot
Mr. Fallon, bro.
convert.
He was looking a
Mr.
little bit
Fallon
shaky on some of those
forced him
rounds
going to
towards the
map
end,
three.
but that was clean. That was
What a
real
crazy,
clean.
crazy
Okay,
map we just
Icebox,
witnessed.
and Icebox should be a banger.
The FUT come out on top. They brought it back. I thought they were defeated.